Welcome to Who Let the Dogs Out, the podcast designed to help you enjoy life with your best friend without all the frustrations. Join us each week as we help families across the country do just that. I'm your host, Corey, and I'm joined by my co-host,
Sally.
And what do we have for the folks today, Sally? The fine folks of the internet.
I have the privilege of doing an interview today.
Interview who?
I'm interviewing you.
Oh, me.
Yep.
Wow.
I'm going to ask questions about your 10 years of being a dog trainer, but I'm going to do it in a way that our listeners get to know you better.
Okay. So basically it's Q&A, folks, in interview form. So, yeah, that's what we're up to today. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Corey. I'm the founder of Wonder Dog Training. Started the first day of 2018. Since then, we've trained thousands of dogs and thousands of families across multiple cities and multiple states. And you are?
I'm Sally. I'm part of administration and being Corey's assistant, doing payroll, inventory, you name it, I do it.
You name it, she does it.
Apart from dog training.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. That's who we are. For those of you who are new to the show, we've got two main formats on our show. We've got Q&A, which is where you guys ask the questions. We give you the answers. And then we've got Dog Talk. If they want to write in a question, how can they do that?
Send it to me at sally@wonderdogtraining.com.
There it is. And then we've got Dog Talk, which is where we come on and talk about a topic related to dogs, dog ownership, dog training, things like that. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. And Corey's done some really good dog talks.
We have
Jumping,
got a lot of episodes.
Nipping, reactivity, walking on a leash.
Training,
you name it, it's there.
It's there, folks. It's there.
Free information.
Go back and check out the feed. Anyways, if you like the show, you get any value out of it, you learn anything, Sally makes you laugh, whatever it is, we just ask that you click subscribe or follow it on whatever platform you're on, just because it helps us grow the show and grow the algorithm and stuff like that. So if you don't mind, yeah, and then just share it with a friend or a family member or colleague or something like that. You know, somebody that's got a dog, maybe their dog's struggling, they're looking for a new podcast, whatever it may be, send this to them. That's what we ask.
Yeah.
All right. What's up in Sully's world?
Well, I saw a different side of Sully this week. So we were out on our normal walk. We met up with this friend Nachos, who is a Great Pyrenees.
I thought you said he's a Bernese Mountain Dog.
He's a Bernese Mountain Dog. He's not a Great Pyrenees at all. I had a senior moment there, folks.
Happening more and more.
It does. I'm getting old. But anyway, yeah, he is. He's a Bernese Mountain Dog, and he's huge. Normally, they get on really well, but Nacho on this particular day was very...
What's his name?
I say Nachos, and other people say it's Nachos.
It's Nachos.
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 Yeah, that's his name anyway, Nachos. Well, anyway, he was really invading...
Do you know what type of cheese is not your cheese? Nacho cheese.
Oh, my word.
I can't help it, folks. I'm here all week.
Don't give up your day job.
Okay, don't be rude. All right, keep going.
Okay.
Nachos.
Nachos invaded his space. He always likes to put his paw is huge, but he likes to put his paw on his back, and his mum got him off. Sully growled at him.
Oh, wow.
Like, literally, like, I was
What
like...
do you do?
No, I've done it once. So it was really unusual. I didn't know this dog had got that in him, but for whatever reason, he was like, I'm done with you messing about with me.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing happened. He didn't like attack him or anything, but I gave him a warning as in like, back off, Buster.
Yeah, wow.
Very unusual.
How'd that make you feel?
I was quite nervous, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What did you do?
What did I do?
Yeah.
I corrected him.
Okay.
And then the owner of Nachos, the dog, moved him away, and then we just went off on our separate directions. And Sully was straight back into Sully and walking and doing what we normally do. And yeah.
It's pretty rare that we meet an aggressive golden retriever, but we got one on our hands now.
Do you think that's aggressive?
No,
Oh, see?
I mean, yeah, to a degree, but a very small one, you know. But I was just
Do you think he'd...
I was trying to rile you up. That was
Okay,
it.
well, it worked. Well, you didn't rile me up. You made me concerned, which is what I was concerned when I saw it.
I'm taking him to see some kids on Saturday because we're going to talk to some church group about dog training, like some church group, some kids at a church, and it'll be in a group setting. I couldn't get church group kids out, right? Whatever reason. Anyways, but me and Sully are going, and we're going to talk about dogs and dog training and dog safety and how to care for a dog, all that kind of stuff. But now I'm a little worried that he's going to bite the kids.
No, he won't. No, he's a sweetheart. But he was just like, no, don't get in my face.
Makes sense.
But it did make me worried as to, will that affect him when he meets other dogs? Will he be a little bit...
Probably not.
Okay.
Don't think about it too much.
No, because I don't want to get into that frame of mind, do I? Because then I'll be giving him signs of like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
So I need to chill. But anyway, just a really different side of my little snuddle boy.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Anything else?
No, just life as usual with my boy.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he's done anything else. Just adorable. Oh, we already know that he became 2.
Right.
So, yeah, got big boy now.
Big boy.
What about in Corey world? What have you been up to?
Just working a ton. Took me to the doggy chiropractor this morning. She, I don't know, was a little bit more talkative in a bad way to the chiropractor. But
Oh.
fortunately, she wears a muzzle when she goes in because it's pretty up close and personal. So, but yeah, a little bit. And I was like, do you think she's in more pain or something like that? And he said no. So,
That's good.
anyways, but no, that's that. And but yeah, just been working a bunch. I did hear of I did see a really funny video recently though that I wanted to talk about. It's a mail lady. You know how like I don't know, like the classic feud of like the dog versus the mailman or whatnot.
Yeah.
I saw this video of this mail lady, and she's in a I don't know what part. I mean, I don't even know what city it's in, to be frank. But she's walking around delivering the mail or whatnot. Anyways, there's all these loose dogs though that keep jumping out of their fence and stuff, and she's like chasing them back to their houses basically. So like when they start running at her, she just takes off full speed out of it, like chases them back to the fence.
She chases them back instead of like being fearful of them.
So amusing. Well, that would work on probably like 99% of dogs.
Do you think? So if they're coming to you barking,
99% of dogs, not all dogs, or dogs in a group.
Oh, yeah, that's a difference.
If you got like a little Yorkie chasing you or something, and you run at it,
it's going to run back.
Or like, just most dogs in general, but yeah, you get like 2 or 3 dogs together in a group setting. Yeah, I wouldn't try
do
that.
It. Okay.
Yeah, I saw this video of this guy. I guess he was hiking in, I feel like it said Georgia, the country, not the state.
Okay.
And I don't know. And he's hiking through, and I guess he wandered onto some shepherd with some like sheep or something like that who had like a few like mountain dog type dogs. Yeah. And those dogs ran up and swarmed him so fast and were like circling him and stuff. He didn't get attacked or anything like that, but he had a big walking stick. He's like waving at him like, y'all get back. Anyways, the shepherd walked over and got his dogs, but thought that was kind of crazy.
But they were doing their job.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Wow. Pack mentality.
It really is a thing. It's really a thing for sure.
Wow. Well, that's funny about the lady, because normally you see videos of like the male people just like running back to their little mail truck. Rather than, and like the UPS people as well. Happens to them, doesn't it?
Yep.
FedEx. Because there are more than one just delivery people.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to say before we jump into the show, and you asked me the questions and stuff, is one thing I want to talk about. This situation this week, we signed up a new client, and they've got just the most beautiful 6-month-old German Shepherd puppy. She's so sweet, so cute. Very jumpy, very nippy, as most German Shepherd puppies are or whatnot. But previous to hiring us, and I'd met with this family years ago about their previous dog, and they didn't end up signing him up. But then he passed away, so I got this new puppy, and they couldn't remember our name. And then we just happened to show up on their Facebook, and they ended up calling us and getting signed up or whatnot. But they had a trainer out to their house, and the trainer it sounded like really just like put like a slip lead on the dog and like started yanking on the puppy a lot or whatever it was. And then also the puppy is a very, very bitey puppy, right? And so the trainer sprayed bitter apple spray or what the bitter spray. We've mentioned it on the show a number of times for like chewing stuff. It does work with some dogs really well. Yeah. And some dogs just don't care about it. But the trainer literally sprayed it right in the dog's nose like multiple times, like on the dog's face. And then I think the dog ended up like apparently getting a respiratory infection from that and was like sick and stuff like that. Anyways, I just wanted to say to people out there, if you haven't hired a trainer and you're going to, vet them good because literally anybody can start a dog training business, you know, like literally anybody can. And so like, and if something doesn't feel right, it's probably not right. You know, like, you know, people, I would say, I mean, women more so than men, but like people have a pretty good intuition about things.
Trust your gut.
Yeah, 100%. So, yeah, just be careful out there. Cause I was like, when I heard that, I got the name of the company and I was like, yeah, I need to make sure that we like steer people away from these guys, like or gals. I don't know who they are. I've never looked into them, never even heard of them. But still, I'm just like, man, people are real dumb out there, though. Yeah, you know, they're real dumb. Yeah,
and you've got to advocate for your dog.
100%.
So if you're even challenge the trainers, no matter who they are.
Yeah, I don't think there's. I could be wrong. I don't know, but my impression was like. You don't spray bitter apple spray on a dog. You spray it on the...
You spray it on the object, don't you? The item that you want to steer them away from.
Yeah, I forgot to get a trivia question for the week, but I'm about to get you guys a trivia question for those of you who like our trivia. But yeah, I just thought it was really stupid. And I was like, yeah, it's kind of crazy.
But that could also... Wow. That could cause all sorts of like lung issues, couldn't it? I know that you know, got a respiratory infection, but wow. All
right, talk to the people.
That's not good. Talk to the people.
I'm typing something in.
It's finding us a trivia question. Well, we had a great Halloween get together with our families, played some great games here in Memphis. We did musical hoops. So instead of chairs like we use as kids, we use hoops and the dogs have to sit in the hoop. That was so much fun. And then we did a group challenge where they had to go down a course like zigzagging in between cones, pick up a piece of a skeleton, come back. They all had to put the skeleton together in the right order. The first one who did it wins. That was fun too. Gets people working together.
Sally runs a good event.
And then we did the fastest dog challenge from being in place and stay.
Yeah, okay, hold on. Going back to what we were talking about, I was looking it up because I was like, I've never fact checked this. Common sense would tell you, hey, don't spray this right in a dog's face. I had a trainer one time tell me to spray lemon juice in a dog's face one time. And I was like, what's wrong with you? Like, what's wrong with people? And so, and I'm not saying that as a young trainer, I never did anything stupid. I don't know who these people are. I've never, like I said, looked into their company or anything. But like, there are just people out there that like, it doesn't take a genius to know that like you probably shouldn't spray stuff in like the dog's olfactory system right in their nose. That's like, anyways. I asked, should you or should you not spray bitter apple spray directly on a dog's face / nose / in their nose for nipping and biting? And it said you absolutely should not spray bitter apple or any aversive directly on a dog's face, nose, mouth, or nose. Here's why. Bitter apple spray is meant for surfaces, not skin. It's designed to make objects taste unpleasant, not be a punishment. I guess it is a punishment, though, because if you lick it and you don't like the taste of it, that is a punishment. But you get the idea. Yeah. Spraying it directly at the dog can cause eye irritation, respiratory distress, and a loss of trust between the dog and handler. Dogs' noses are insanely sensitive, and what feels like a mild spray to us can be a chemical burn to them. So.
Goodness me.
Yeah, so PSA, folks, don't spray it on furniture, not your dog.
Yeah.
And please, don't hire dummies. Don't hire dummies. Part of my goal for this whole podcast is put out good information to dispel bad information. That's stupid online trainer. Yeah. I mean, I've seen all over the years. And I'm not saying I've seen like, a bunch of bad videos and I'm so great. And it's just like, there are really just a lot of really dumb dog trainers out there. Yeah. You know, like it's just unfortunate, like that have no schooling, they don't have enough knowledge or whatnot. Like, There's,
They just think they're good.
yeah, I mean, we've
with
had a couple of people
dogs.
come and work here, and then they'll leave and be like, oh, I know how to be a dog trainer. And he's like, you've been working, you haven't even trained dogs the whole year yet. What are you talking about? You know how to be a dog trainer.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm 10 years in, I'm still learning stuff, So,
Yeah.
just be careful, folks. Just be careful. You only get one dog, you only get your dog one time, rather. You can have plenty of dogs. But, yeah, just be careful. People are dumb.
Yeah.
People are dumb. A lot of dog trainers are bad. So, anyways, that's it. Rant over.
No, it's not a rant. It's good information.
It is.
Yeah, and when you spray, how I see it is when you spray this stuff on surfaces, it is a deterrent, not a punishment. Because if tasting bad is not like a punishment as well, it could be, but it's more of a you shouldn't be doing it. Now you've got something that tastes yucky, don't do it again.
Yeah. I mean, it is a punishment in the sense that it's a negative.
A negative to reinforce that it never happens again.
Kind of, I would say, decrease the likelihood it happens again, which is a difference. But
Yeah.
anyways, interview, go.
Okay. See, well, that's a good lead into this
Great.
because now we're going to interview a master trainer.
Me, a master
Yeah,
dog
the
trainer?
master trainer.
Wow.
You're going to learn more about Corey
Have
today.
a piece of paper that says it and everything, folks.
Yeah. And he wore cap and gown. Okay, so you've got to take me back to 10 years ago when you decided to go to dog training, okay?
All right.
So what made you make the move?
Yeah, great question. I was, well, I'd have to take you a little back further than that, but I've always been very entrepreneurial I mean, in middle school was, hustling candy bars after school. I was in selling candy bars and beef jerky in school, like all sorts of stuff. As soon as I, when I would turn 14, started like cutting yards around the neighborhood, just pushing the mower and the weed eater around the neighborhood. Had a steady little, when I say steady book of business, I had like 3 yards I cut, but I was making probably $500 a month as a 14-year-old, which is pretty good money for a 14-year-old. Then, did that 15, 16, saved up for a truck. And then as soon as I got wheels, I was all over, mostly Cordova and Bartlett, but, cutting yards and stuff like that. And then after high school, started selling used furniture and like flipping furniture and stuff like that. And so I've always been very entrepreneurial, and I wanted like my income to reflect the effort that I put in. And if I didn't have like a business job that I was doing myself, I would wait tables, because that's another way that your income is directly relational to your effort to a degree. I mean, you can do a great job and, you're not going to be a millionaire or anything waiting tables, but, you get rewarded for the value that you provide, basically. So I've always appreciated that. Anyways, I was selling cars right out of high school. I was selling at the Wolf Chase Honda dealership here in Cordova, and great company. Hated the job though. Absolutely hated it. It was absolutely tragic and terrible. And I was so bad at selling cars just because I didn't care about it. Anyways, I guess the when I was going in for my interview, I was looking at protection dogs when I was waiting to get interviewed in the lobby, and I was and I saw the company I was looking at, they're like $25,000, $30,000. I was like, man, I'll never be able to afford that. I should just I had this idea. I was like, I'll just get one and do it myself. And then, I don't know, I really hated that job. And this lady, I don't know when the bug got me, but the bug got me somewhere along that. I only worked there like 3 months, from like maybe a little longer, like July or August to October. But I had this bug in my head about being a dog trainer, and I wanted to train police and protection dogs. And and then this lady comes in, and I sold her a car, I can't remember. But she told me about this guy that had come in and demonstrated a protection dog at church. And I was like, do you know his name? And she did. So I found the guy on Facebook. She might have had his phone number. I can't remember the details specifically. But I just started. And then I started calling him. He wasn't calling me back, wasn't giving me the time of day. So then there's a place right down the street. Funny enough, it's like one of my least favorite dog related businesses in the city. But I started working for them as a daycare attendant, and just wanted to be around dogs. So I started working for them as a doggy daycare attendant. And then the guy finally called me back, and he was like, yeah, if you want to come work for me for free and do all the stuff I don't want to do for free, sure, you can come and do that. So I did that. And just started working for him for free. And then the daycare place It's a training / daycare place, but yeah, they let me go. Like 2 weeks in over text. Didn't give me a reason or anything. Just said, don't come in again. I was like, oh, okay. So I worked for this guy here in town for about a year for free. I don't think he's in business anymore, but I worked for him for about a year for free. And then during that time, I was just kind of working odd jobs, either really early in the morning or overnight or something. And then, yeah, but that's it. But I've always, that, I guess that's kind of why I started 10 years ago. I hated selling cars.
Gotcha. So why didn't you do like most people and just go, I'm going to be a dog trainer, rather than I'm going to do this the correct way and go to school?
Well, I did want to be a dog trainer, and I knew that. I wanted to be a police and protection dog trainer, though. That's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to do what we do now. I didn't want to do that at all, actually.
But like you say, most dog trainers don't actually go to school, do they?
I guess not, no.
But you did.
Well, yeah, I mean, that would come later. But yeah, I worked for this guy for about a year for free, and I would say he got the better end of the deal. I mean, he got a free laborer.
Sure, he did.
I went out there every day and scooped dog poop and cleaned kennels and fed the dogs and stuff like that. And I mean, if I was lucky, he would train me how to train dogs twice a week, you know. And if he did, he'd say he's going to get here at this time. He's always late. You know, I'm sure he's a good guy, but you know, I look back on that time fondly as like the beginning of something new. But also, I mean, I look back at it not fondly when I think about the person I was doing it with.
Yeah. You just knew you needed more.
Oh, yeah. So he had a buddy who was in a police department who has partnered with a guy in a different police department, and they were both canine handlers, and they started their own little dog training business, and they were going to train police and protection dogs. And I was like, oh, I'll just go work for this guy. So I basically took the same agreement with another person, and I did that for about 6 months, and just kind of same thing. Like I was getting the short end of the stick. You know, I was working every day, feeding the dogs, scooping the poop, doing the this, doing the that. Funny enough, though, when Mia got kicked out, this is the kennel that she went and lived at. It was at this guy's place, the guy who I worked for about 6 months for free. But yeah, I did that, and it just, like I said, they just kind of got the better end of the deal. And I, after, you know, a year and a half of doing that, I realized like, hey, if I want to be successful at this, like this path is not getting me there. Working for these two guys for free is not going to get me. Yeah. It's not, I've made no money doing this. Yeah, I think I got paid like $50 one time for moving gravel or something by one of the guys, you know, like that's about it, you know, at a year and a half of free labor basically. So, yeah, it just was like, this is not how it's going to, like, this is not going to work for me. You know, so I've got to figure out something. So I think it was at that time that I started looking up schools. No, it was when I was working for the first guy. That's actually when I started looking up schools. Okay. Yeah, come to think of it, because I remember pulling up there one time, like in my all black clothes that I was going to wait tables in or go bus tables in. And this was at the first place. So it must have been sooner than a year and a half in I started thinking about schools. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you went away to school?
But yeah, no, I knew that would be the way to like ultimately like be successful, start a business, you know, things like that. I mean, you can do that clear without those things, but
absolutely you can.
But I thought for me, it'd be the best way to go about it and be legit. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So was the training at school anything like what you expected?
Was the training at school anything like I expected? I think it was a lot what I expected and a lot of what I didn't expect. I went to Highland Canine, which is the international school for dog trainers, and I went through their master dog trainer certification. And I'd highly recommend it for anybody out there that wants to go to a dog training school. I think those people are really great. I wish, looking back in hindsight, I wasn't such an idiot. I mean, I'd turned 21 the week before I moved away, and later learned that I had a drinking problem. But no, school was great. I mean, I learned a ton. I mean, it's like it's like drinking from a fire hose. You know, it's like, you know, you go in and like, I think I don't remember the exact timeline of events, but I feel like, you know, the first few weeks you're in class and you're just like, and you're learning all the stuff that you need to know to build the base of a good dog trainer, like all the book stuff, like operant conditioning, classical conditioning, like how dogs learn, how dogs think. You're, you know, watching videos, you're learning how, you know, the language of dogs, like how, like what is dogs like physically, what is their body doing this, or their ears doing this, or their tail doing this, or their, you know, their hackle, like, you know, learn all these things, right? Yeah. And, you know, remember that first couple of weeks where I'm just like, man, let me touch some dogs. Like, I want to be with dogs. I want to touch dogs, you know, but you had to build the base of learning first before you could actually go out and train dogs. So, but anyways, overall, it was great. I mean, I learned so much stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
So when you got your hands on dogs, did you work with the same dog every time? Was there other dogs?
It depends on the test, like what you're going through. So like dog training school, I can't remember if it's 70-30 or 80-20, but a large percentage of your grade, either the 70 to the 80% is, can you train the dog to do the thing you're assigned to do?
Okay.
And then the other 20 or 30%, whatever it was, is can you train, can you pass the book test about it or whatnot,
Yeah.
you know? So yeah, in the beginning, I got a dog for the obedience stuff, like the just positive reinforcement stuff, the just on leash stuff, and the off leash stuff. I got a dog named May, and I think she was an English Spaniel. She was some sort of little spaniel, something like that. I had her for all those. I had a dog. No. I had a dog named Lucy for the off leash test. She was a lab. She belonged to one of the trainers there. What other dogs? For the service dog stuff, I had a mix of 2 dogs. I had a dog named Bugsy, and I had the owner of the school's dog, which is a poodle named Millie. And there were probably other dogs. I know for all the drug and police stuff, you're just pulling dogs out of the kennels. Like you're not really assigned a dog for that. You're just pulling dogs out of the kennels and you're like rotating them on search and rescue or finding drugs or bombs or whatever it is. So you don't really have like a dog assigned. You're not taking them from like not a drug detection dog to drug detection dog. You're helping along the process. So you're starting dogs in the middle, and like watching dogs finish training and stuff like that. So, yeah. But I had I guess a range of dogs, and then you're always working with like your friends' dogs too, and you're like watching them train and giving, talking to them, or passing ideas back and forth and stuff like that. So you're kind of working with all the dogs in a way, but you definitely get assigned dogs for sure. Yeah.
Did you have a favorite?
Millie's probably my favorite dog that I got to work with. Yeah. She was so fun because like I always say like the owner of the dog training school, his name's the couple that owns it is Jason and Aaron Perkison, and they and Jason's the president of the IACP, which is a big association of dog trainers. But his wife had a dog named Millie, and she's a poodle. I was saying that to say Jason had a really good description of the golden, like not maybe the golden doodle, but just the doodle. He said that doodles are like ducks on top of the water. He's like, duck on top of the water, under the surface, their feet are going a million miles a minute, right?
Yeah.
He's like, that's a doodle's brain. He's like, on the outside, you got a big fluffy doodle, kind of silly, goofy things like that. He's like, inside, their brains are going a million miles a minute though. Anyways, Millie was a poodle, not a doodle. But yeah, every day it was like, I compare it to like 51st Dates with Adam Sandler. You had to like get the dog out, like warm her up, get her to like you again. And then after you warm her up a little bit, she's like, all right, I'm willing to do what you want me to. Yeah, we can actually do some training now and stuff. So, but yeah, Millie was probably my favorite. Least favorite was definitely Bugsy.
Gotcha.
Bugsy was dummier than a bag of rocks.
And what was your favorite experience? Was it like more of the protection work or just the basic like commands?
Favorite experience?
Yeah.
I don't really know. I don't know if one sticks out in particular that's like the most like a favorite. I mean, I have a few. My favorite time at dog training school, there was a guy who had a Malinois named Sky, and he had gotten flown in from another country to come and like, I guess maybe learn how to be an instructor or something. I don't remember the exact details, but he had a Malinois named Sky. And my favorite part of training was just let those two, Mia, this is back when she was much, much, much younger, and also still liked dogs a lot at the time. And so just letting them like run and play together, that was probably like my favorite, just like watching them two in the field, just run around and just have a good time.
So did Mia come about before training school? Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I got her 6 months into working at the first place.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think.
So was Mia allowed to go to training school with you
yeah.
so you could work on her?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, she lived with me.
Oh, wonderful. I see. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, no, she was there with me the whole time. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really nice. Yeah, I don't know if I would have made it through school without the dog.
So she really has been through a lot with you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I didn't know she'd gone to training school with you. I thought you'd gone to training school, come back, and then bought her from
No.
Oh, my goodness.
Nope. Yeah, no, she came, did the whole thing with me. Yeah.
Wow. So she came out of there virtually fully trained then.
I mean, I would say she was pretty well trained before then, but
Yeah,
yes.
because you'd worked on her before.
Yeah. She was about definitely over a year old at the time.
Oh, so yeah,
Year
you
and
would
a few
have done
months
a
by
lot
the
of
time that we
training.
started school. Yeah. So, yeah, I'd say she was all right.
Wow. Okie doke. So you graduated from as a master trainer.
December 2017.
There you go. So what did you want to do coming straight out of that school and being graduated?
I think a bunch of stuff. I mean, the first thing was get back home and then get some clients.
Okay.
Like start making some money.
So you wanted it to just be you, I'm not working for anybody else.
There's no shot of that. Yeah, there's no chance. Just start. I mean, I had clients lined up to go like literally the day after I got back from school. I already had 2 like paying clients. They hadn't paid me at the time, but they paid me that first day that I went to their house. Because the last part of school, and they teach you some stuff about business development and how to like make a logo and a name and a website, all the stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
But I spent all my free time in the last like month and a half, 2 months building a website, learning about, marketing and stuff like that, and just trying to build a book, a book of business,
Yeah.
So I moved home. And really, that was it. Just start making money. And then I guess the second goal is move out of my parents' house because I moved back in with my parents and I'd been away for 6 months. Move out. And then I imagine somewhere along the line, I don't really know where I lost the vision for the whole protection of police dog thing, but I think it was, I just got so busy, just got caught up. Like, and I mean, and it's gone really good, but I've definitely, I wouldn't say given up on the dream of having a police and protection dog business. It's just kind of on the back burner for now. We're doing all right. We do okay for ourselves now and stay pretty busy. So, that was probably the immediate goals was get home, get some clients, figure out how to sell stuff to people that don't know you.
And your business wasn't Wonder Dog back
It wasn't.
then.
No, it's called One Dog Obedience Training, which would be such a silly sign behind us if it said One Dog. One Dog Obedience Training. So,
that's the business I called One Dog.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, it's funny thinking back on like, me being, 29, 30 next year and just thinking about like, I can't believe people would hand money to this 22-year-old, or 21 and year old to trade their dog or whatnot. I mean, I had a lot of experience under my belt and I was damn passionate, but
well, you came out to me in July of 2018. And I saw a difference with Lenny that very first time you came out.
Yeah.
So, you
only charge you $50.
You knew your stuff.
Yeah. Back then, training was a little cheaper.
Yeah. Well,
I think it was like $100 per lesson. Maybe I'd moved up to like $150 per lesson at that time.
Yeah.
But fun times.
Yeah. And the nice thing is, though, I can also look back with you on those times from being like one of your clients and then getting to know you and saying stupid things like, oh, I'd work for you in a heartbeat because I liked all what your vision and everything. And then here I am.
Yeah. We actually just had somebody comment today, and you actually probably met this dog. I don't know if you remember it by the name or the owner's name owner's name, but the owner's name is Sonia, and her dog's name is Jeffy. It was a black golden doodle, and he's actually on the website. He's actually on our private company website on the hiring page. He's the picture on the hiring page of the black golden doodle. But yeah, she actually commented today and was like, "Wow, I remember Corey's first year in business, and he trained Jeffy, and Wonder Dog was just a vision in his head." And then she's like, "Look at him now, go Corey." I was like, "That's crazy."
Yeah, absolutely.
That's crazy.
So one of my other questions was, did you expect to build a company like Wonder Dog and it becoming so reputable?
Oh, well, I definitely knew reputable for sure. I mean, how I saved up all the money to go to dog training school, which was like, we kind of skipped over, but I mean, that was a complete grind. I worked every day for 8 months. I took 10 days off in 8 months, and I saved up, I think over almost $25,000 or whatnot, which is a lot of money for a 19-year-old while still paying bills and stuff too. You know? and I would train dogs in the morning for people who would like let me mess with their dog. I would park cars at lunch and I'd wait tables at night, and I did that for 8 months in a row. I took like 10 days off to save up so I could pay for it. So what was the question?
Yeah. Did you expect to build a company like Wonder Dog?
Where I was headed with that is I waited tables at one of the best restaurants in Memphis, and they taught me a lot about customer experience, making people happy and going above and beyond for people. And like, that's why our first company values deliver wow. It's, providing an exceptional experience for people that people love. And they, they leave their company saying, wow, that was amazing. I love like the result I had, the experience, my interaction with the trainer, things like that. And so, I came up in that. So I always knew, I guess I wouldn't say it like it was a thought, but I always knew that we were going to go above and beyond for people, and that would lead to a good reputation as a byproduct. So but did I expect to build this? No, not a chance. Not a chance.
Yeah.
Had no clue.
Yeah.
One thing I do regret though, is I was walking into my first lesson. This is my first client I ever had. It was a golden doodle. And I forget the family's name and the dog's name, forgive me. But I'm walking into their house and I'm literally filming myself, and I'm like, I should make a YouTube video of this. And I didn't. And then I just never did. And I wish I would have started making YouTube videos sooner.
Yeah.
Because we would have a lot of subscribers by now. We would have a lot of subscribers by now if I would have just kept up with like making videos and video and lessons and stuff like that. Just like putting out info. And the internet was a different thing in 2018.
Yeah.
It's very different.
Very different.
I think it was a lot easier to gain traction. There wasn't so many channels and podcasts and all this stuff or whatnot, So, I wish I would have done that.
Yeah, and early on, I know you set off as like a one person, just you training, but I know before I finished my like graduation, you'd taken on maybe one or two.
No, it was after.
Was it after?
Yeah, I don't think I took on the first person until October. The first year, October 2018. I think that's when I took on the first person.
Yeah, because I can remember.
Maybe it was a little earlier than that, but it wasn't much.
I remember coming to the games and being introduced to your new trainers.
Yeah. Good times. Good times. Yeah, we don't want to talk about it.
So
we've made a lot of funny hiring choices over the years.
Oh, yeah.
And you got to learn the lessons the hard way. Like nobody could have taught me that. The stuff I learned from
No,
hiring.
sometimes no, and you're right.
The first like few people. I mean, nobody could have taught me those lessons.
Yeah, sometimes you have to go through that learning curve. It's important.
Yeah, we signed it. The lady I was actually talking about with the German Shepherd and the bitter spray or whatnot. She actually said at the beginning of the year she started a business. And she's been, planning it for a while or whatnot. And I was like, well, if you ever want to talk like small business, I'm like, just give me a call. I'm like, I've made all the dumb decisions and mistakes that you can make. So just call me if you want to talk small business. Cause I'm like, I can hopefully help you avoid some traps.
Yep. Oh my gosh.
And you've been around for most of them.
So thinking of, you've built Wonder Dog now. Did you ever think of like owning a building like you have now? Or did you always think it'd just be like in-home?
Yeah, I thought for a long time it'd just be in-home for sure. Yeah. I don't know. There was definitely a pull to start getting like an office as we grew and like, make our employees like not make, but like get our employees stop having to work from home and stuff like that. Stop using your garage, meeting in your sunroom every week. I mean, we were using Sally's house was HQ for a long time.
Sally's house was HQ.
It was. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely a pull for me to want to get us our own space. Yeah, I don't know. I just passed this place and there have been a few times, I mean, more than a few, but a number of times where I just feel like God's like, green light, green light, green light, green light, do it.
Yeah, I remember the day you found this place. You were like, I think this is it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great location.
Yeah.
The lease is great.
Accessible.
We do not own the building, for the record. I mean, we utilize the space, but we don't own the building.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's...
But no, I did not think
we class it as our building. Of course, it's not our bricks
Definitely
and
the coolest
mortar,
business in the building, for sure. We got some neighbors, but we're the coolest for sure.
I think so. Anyway, so...
Definitely the loudest.
What do you want for the company in the future? Because you don't stand still very long. As people are hearing, this is who he is, Mr. Grind, feet on the floor, let's get running.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my vision for the company's always been 100 locations and 1 million dogs trained by 2050. And so, yeah, I guess just navigating that and figuring that out. I mean, we dug ourselves into a hole that we're digging ourselves out of. And once we're back on level ground, I think it'll be a lot easier to build what we want in the future. But, you know, I had to make a lot of business mistakes first and learn some lessons the hard way first, unfortunately for all involved. But yeah, I'd say that, just continue helping people. I'd say grow the licensing business where people own their own locations of dog training. I think that's a really beautiful model and allows and empowers people that wouldn't have owned a business otherwise to own a business. Maybe start a school, train people to be trainers ourselves.
I remember when you were first talking about the building, this was going to be
a dog training school.
Yeah,
that's what we're going to do first, and then send people out into the world to go open their own shops. Yeah, knowing what I know now, I'm so glad that didn't work out. Just because, like I said, I think we would have borrowed more money than we borrowed, you know, and I'm grateful that we were stopped from that plan. So, yeah,
but still something for the future.
Yeah, I mean,
because you've got a lot to offer these students.
Yeah, I think publish a really great book one day. I mean, there's lots of plans. Just gotta keep going. Yeah. But yeah, lots of plans. I feel like God's given me like this business to run for him and help people with their dogs. Like, I feel like that.
And that's definitely happening.
Yeah. I was just thinking that this morning. You know, I feel like I'm just a steward of this. Like I'm just the operator. This isn't mine. You know, it's God's, and we get the pleasure of you know, running it for him and helping his kids with their dogs, you know, and it's an honor and a privilege.
Yep. Okay, so my final question.
Final one.
What would you tell your younger self?
About dog training?
Yeah, about you entering into this dog training world.
Yeah.
Younger Corey, who went off to college, came out a master trainer. What would you tell him?
Yeah, I mean, the first one that comes to mind, and the first answer is probably always the best one. Just start making content sooner. That's the big thing I regret is not, you know, getting on YouTube earlier, getting on, you know, TikTok, all those. I just regret not doing that sooner and making that and taking this more like a content angle, putting stuff out into the world. So probably record stuff sooner. In terms of the dogs though, and training and stuff like that, I would say really just probably just be more patient.
Okay.
It's like advice I could still take now. Just be more patient. Yeah. I mean, I feel like, overall, there's probably a lot of stuff I would just overall do differently if I had the chance to, you know, do stuff over again or whatnot. But for the most part, I mean,
but you wouldn't. I don't think.
I would say another one too is just like, don't be arrogant. Like, you don't know everything. You think you do, and it takes a level of wisdom to realize that you don't know everything. But when you think you know everything, you think you know everything. You know, and that's a very common thing for young trainers where they're like, I know everything. You know, and we've seen that. I mean, even recently we've seen that personally up close. And so, I think probably just, you don't know everything. Just keep an open mind, you know? And I definitely went through that phase where I did think I knew everything. I don't think it was as bad as some people, but in some trainers, I think dog training school really opened my eyes, honestly, because I was definitely like the I know everything guy for sure early on. And then dog training school really opened my eyes, like, man, you don't know anything. And then leaving dog training school, you know, it's a funny story, but like, you know, my first client first non-family friend client. So the actual first one, this was the second client lined up on day 2. The first one was a family friend. But I was like, I went to their house and I feel like I've told the story on the podcast before, but it was Great Pyrenees. It was wintertime. The dog would not come inside. It had been outside for a week and they hired me to get the dog back in the house. And I literally just got a diploma saying I'm a master dog trainer 2 days ago. And I'm like, they didn't teach me how to get a dog back at the house in dog training school, And so it's like, even though you've got all this info, it's like, you go to school and graduate and you get your diploma and stuff like that. It's like, man, the journey of learning is really just getting started. Like you learn by doing. And thousands of dogs later, I've done a lot more. I've trained a lot of people to be dog trainers, So probably just don't know everything. I still don't know everything. And I'm willing to admit that. I know a lot.
No, we learn new things every day.
Yeah. I know a lot more than I did then, but still definitely don't know everything, you know?
That reminded me, just with what you just said then. My dad always told me, bless him, when you take your driver's test, you learn to pass a test. And once you've passed your test, that's when you learn to drive.
Right.
So that just rung true with you saying, like, you learn to train dogs. You pass what you need to know for your graduation, and then once you're on your own, that's when you start learning to train dogs.
100%. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, thanks for the interview.
Well, people are going to know the Corey.
Fine interviewer.
Corey, we know.
Yep. Yeah. No, this was great. I wanted to come and do this, kind of 10-year episode with more profound lessons, but I just didn't have time to sit down and think of everything I've learned in 10 years and try to encapsulate that in lessons that can stand the test of time. I've got some, but overall, just most recently, you've got one dog. You've got your dog one time, rather. So maximize the moment.
Yeah.
Maximize the moment with the dogs that you have. So, well, this has been great, folks. I still didn't ask a trivia question, but that's all right.
But also, if any of you have got a question that you need to ask him from watching this, let me know.
Yep.
And I'll
Send
ask
Sally
him.
at Wonder Dog Training or drop it in the comments below.
Yeah.
And speaking of comments, we only got one this past week, but it is from our very own Jessica Eason. And she said, great show, heart emoji. So thank you, Jessica. We appreciate that.
We do.
Her dog just graduated and night and day difference. So very happy for her. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it, folks. If y'all like the show, we just ask you all click the subscribe button, just that way y'all can follow along with the show as we grow. You'll get new episodes, things like that. Like it if you're on a platform where you can like the show, YouTube, Rumble, something like that, and leave a rating on Spotify or Apple if you're on Spotify or Apple. So that's pretty much it. You got anything else?
Nope.
All right. Well, folks, remember, you can get your dog trained and that can buy you some peace, but the only way to true peace is through Christ Jesus. So we will see y'all on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.